Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Legend of Bumbo. We still get Bumbo the Empty. Beat the game twice with all characters. Are you insane? Anyway, I think we have to win with Bumbo the Stout for sure. We might have to win with every character 2 times, except we've won with the Dead once, we've won with the Nimble once, all the way through. You know, to the bygone. And we won with the Bumbo the normal once as well. You know, we've beaten the game with all the characters, but some of them weren't all the way to the very final boss because it hadn't been unlocked yet. I don't know, maybe. But as time goes on, and I'm starting to set up these 2-turn plays in Bumbo when appropriate, I'm a game that I liked is getting even better. Puzzle damage is only 1. So I think the bone setup here is not good enough. And I don't really like setting up a 5 setup of, like, it'll take us 2 moves to get 1 move out of that. Well, 2 moves to get 2 moves out of that, I should say. This gives us a move and yellow mana, and then allows us to get a poop as well, which will get 2 kills because of the way that Bumbo the Stout works. So I think that was... Oh, and we got a tooth out of it as well. So I think that was a reasonably good setup. So Bumbo gets twice as much... Well, sorry, he gets 1.5 times as much mana, Bumbo the Stout does. Now, you definitely did that, like, hyper wrong, but that's okay. But you lose it at the end of each turn. So this gives us a move. It gives us yellow mana, which is not presently useful. But it does also give us 5 of that minty chewing gum. So we're going to take that. Rewind it back. Destroy tiles and touching has historically not been the easiest thing for me to make work. And even here, I think we can get bone. We can get bone, but if we do this, we would also get bone. And it was novel, so it seemed more interesting. So we screwed up with target selection in a big way. We could have gotten 1 more kill there, but it's relatively inconsequential early on, I think. I see that we have a 1-turn booger play. We might prefer... Like, I mean, bone is pretty solid for us right now because it gets 1 kill. But even like a 2-turn poop, if possible, would also be pretty... I mean, let me put it this way. We should probably default to poop. Because all we need to do is make 4 poop, and then the enemies all die. So we could overthink it pretty easily. All we want to do is be... making spells and you know, particularly brown is gonna get a lot of, we're gonna get a lot of mileage out of that spell there. So let's see what we get right off the bat. Heals half a heart or smash a tile, kinda. I know I take the same stuff every time. I'm not even necessarily saying I'm doing it because it's working, because we have had runs where it hasn't. Ish. I think you gotta just start with the, you know, getting down to brass tacks here right off the bat. Block this guy. Smack the fly. Smack the fly. If I remember correctly, smash a tile kinda means that it might also swap the tiles around or something of the ilk when we do it. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I would honestly like to take a turn off and just allow this to dissipate, personally. So I mean, my ideal turn is honestly just something like this, and then, oh, but you make a dip. Okay, fair enough. It's still fine. But I had my reasons, okay? So you throw the poop. You definitely, it doesn't matter whether you throw this or don't throw this. You whack away. You whack away. We still need to get you with one more poop. One more whack, I guess I should say. But first, there's a free move. Or a mana-driven move. Oh, you know what? 5 Tooth will definitely do it. I feel like it's taking me time, I'll admit. But I definitely am starting to see the board a little bit better. Starting to make decisions not simply based on bone and tooth. Let's put it that way. So, brown is still pretty useful. But so is... No, I mean, like, brown, yes. We make 4, we get 1 kill. So that's pretty good. And we get the shield out of it as well. But surely, I'm like, there's gotta be a better way to do this. And I don't know, can we set up for an even bigger turn? We're kind of, I think we're better set up for brown vertical instead of brown horizontal. So I think you can probably just get away with keeping them, you know, at a distance right now. I do wish we had +1 spell damage, but we gotta remember, we've been playing a lot as these characters that have board manipulation. And this Bumbus, he's not really about that life. So I love this. Make sure you're clicking in the right direction. We love this. Okay. Now we've only got to deal with one enemy immediately. And, I mean, there's a variety of options here. Let me just see how this looks. I do like it because, honestly, it productively gets yellow off the board. And we don't really like yellow on the board right now. It doesn't do anything for us. Then we can use a little green mana. Okay, we get a bone, which gets us a kill. Now, we do have some brown, and we have bone mana, which is real useful. So I think you start here almost certainly, and I think you want to block here, and then it doesn't really matter who you mash. We're gonna mash this guy because this guy's further back. I think they can attack from anywhere, but it's still probably sensible, you know. Now, let's think about this. We got a lot of smash ability. I think you start here. It worked out just fine. And, I mean, we got it. As long as that didn't screw it up. I'm also realizing I've learned something. Many bone is good for AoE, because the more bone you match, the more bones you throw. +1 damage and life gain, or +1 damage this turn. +1 damage this turn, reusable, and super cheap. That seems pretty good. I mean, if we make yellow, we get a move, and then we get 6 mana, which gives us +3 damage. That seems amazing. So I'm going to start there. It's spell and puzzle damage. I don't like to be this aggressive right out of the gate. I think we just won the game, though. Like... Look at this. So that's 2 moves, I'll admit. But now we have, like, unless we hit a damage cap, we have, like, 8 damage. For this turn. Only this turn, admittedly. And I wish that I'd gotten bone instead of tooth. But this should still do, like, 5 damage? I would have thought more than that. Okay, it could have been better. Oh, well. Turns out I'm not quite as smart as I thought I was, which is a hard pill to swallow. So hold on. He gets to move 3 times, but I think 2 of those are the eyeball. Anyway, you can see the efficacy of this spell right now. Don't get it twisted up. I think we want to set up a big booger play. And I know we're going to lose the mana, but I think I'd rather have the eyes have a chance to move. They're not moving. Okay. Because we don't really want to booger the eyes right here. But it does give us a lot of mana, so I think I'm willing to take a stab at it. It's going to make it pretty hard to actually hit the boss, though. So I think I've done I've done myself a little disservice. There's no doubt. Start here. So we can get brown mana, but it's not going to actually... Maybe it will knock him out of the way. The important thing is, on top of knocking him out of the way, we just need poop. So, might as well send this down Main Street. Okay, we want him gummed up on the side. That's the dream. We can only... Yeah, I don't think we can make the bones work. But trust me, I'm looking for it. We can set up for bones next turn, but that's not really what I'm looking for, you know? I can't help but feel like I kind of screwed up a little bit. Kind of blew it. Hit me with one of these. Then we got an easy turn next time. Forgot we had one of these. No, we don't want to use it because we want him to attack down Main Street. We will probably be hit once, though. Because, the boss will attack, too. Oh, the boss did not attack. The boss did not attack. This is a hard one for me. Because we can make an incredibly high damage tooth. But it will hit an enemy that I do not care to hit. We can make many bone. It's actually a decent play, I think. We're not going to get a damage bonus this turn. There's just not enough yellow on the board. So I just think this is better so we can actually get access. And bone mana does give us a spell as well. And you would think, thank you, with 3 uses of Smash a Tile, you'd be able to make a combo, which is exactly what just happened. I'm looking for, okay. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Really appreciate it, thank you. We would love to make poop. There's no doubt about that. It seems unlikely. There's a couple relatively likely ones. For one, could very easily make yellow. Could make... We got 3 more plays. Oh, it mixed it up here. Okay. That's fine. Are we fishing for yellow, or would you rather, like, fish for... I mean, we can get a tooth as well, but that's not worth that much. I'd rather block damage, I think, if possible right now. So you fish for yellow or green? I went for green and all of my mana's gone. Okay, that's alright. That's basically a 1 penny hit. That's huge. Okay, you stay here. Please give me the damage. Now, we need to hit you out of the way. Down the center lane. If only I had a little bit more move action. Honestly, I think in this case, we like this. It's a 5 damage spell. It's pretty good. Hold on. It's probably still going to be a 5. It's still a 5 damage spell. Okay. Now, literally any puzzle piece would kill you. I don't think we have one. We've got a great one for next turn. There's no doubt about that. Any spell would kill you. Oh, you know what? I'm a fool. We can destroy tiles. No teeth except for this one on the list. You're going to think I've lost it, but I think this works. He's a mad genius. The mad genius of Bumbo, they call him. I think we just go raise crit chance. Now, how much money we got? 22 cents. I'm always going to spin the stat wheel. I think it might not be compulsory, but I think it's helpful. And sure, HP is not critical here, but it does save me a penny, I suppose. I really want spell hurt more. That's not going to happen here. I'm trying to think. I actually think spell cost less is really good here, because now we can hit the whack away 3 times. Reroll spell cost. I like the spell cost, honestly. And that's really all we got. So I think I'm saving my money. I'm moving on. So far, it's going okay. So far, I think we're in an okay spot. So anytime it's prudent, and it's usually prudent because we don't have any extra puzzle damage, we should probably consider lining up yellows on a turn where we're going to do puzzle damage. Now, I'll tell you right now, poop is still a good line. It'll get 2.5 kills, which is not really... Sorry, it'll get 1.5 kills, which is not quite 2, but sets us up for decent bone next time. What if we set up an even bigger poop play? I don't think I see one that is realistic for like 4 moves. So I'm going to start... I think we're just going to do it. We'll drop this. I want to get to the enemy that can only be hit by puzzle damage. And then we'll just hit you. We do crit more often. I know we just got one. I was hoping for another. Okay. We got a long distance enemy at the back. So my brain right now is telling me you can make a 4 booger in 1 turn. You can also make a 6 in 2 turns, which I actually prefer. I know it looks like a 7 if we could just find a way to get that out there. It's going to be a controversial opinion. I don't think the ults for anything that's not bone or tooth are really that useful. I could be wrong. We're still early in the game's lifespan, and etc., etc. But that's my 2 cents right now. So I'm like, dude, surely we can make a tooth. I don't think we can make a tooth. I think I'm a fool. We get 2 more breaks. That does set up bone for next time. That's probably the best we can hope for there, unfortunately. What else? Is there anything else we could try to finesse into the ecosystem? I feel like there is a poop setup by doing this. I know it destroys a poop. I think it also gives us a poop setup. As long as we're not taking damage, I'm not sweating it too much, but I'll admit things are getting a little scarier. And it was not a 1-turn poop setup. Classic mistake. Okay, so here's the thing. This doesn't look great, but it is a kill, and then it's 3 tile smashes. If you can't get a combo in 3 tile smashes, then it is what it is, but it would hurt for sure. Thank you for not messing with the board too much. I really appreciate it. You should probably get shut down now because you're the hardest one to hit. Now we got 4. We got 4 tile smashes. Okay. I think you gotta go 1, 2, 3. About 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't screw me on this one. This is an important one. So we get 2 moves out of it. We made a tooth as well. Okay, so we gotta make a poop with these 3 moves. 3 moves. We gotta make a poop. So I think you take 2 turns. Make a big poop. That allows you... Oh, wait, I'm a fool. We got lucky, but you should definitely raise your damage as much as possible. And I think that might have just done it. I think we might have hit the game-breaking situation there. Okay, great stuff. If you'll allow me to enter the item room and pick up a useful spell, please. I hate all of these, to be honest. My only hope is that avoid status effects might keep us from mana drain But I think that's too much to hope for. It seems a little absurd. The dream here is if we move this down, or move this down, does it make a poop easier to accomplish? And the answer, unfortunately, is no. How about if we move this over? Okay, just imagine that situation. You move this over. It doesn't affect any yellows. Because the poop is so valuable to us, and it's close to a kill. Albeit not quite. But maybe you'd be better off making some brown. But I think we gotta do something. I mean, the poop it's an important get. But this will move this one out. Because it also runs blocker strats. You know what I mean? So this might not be an incredible play. But I think we gotta at least ice one of these guys that's close to the front right now. Because otherwise, they'll get to act twice. It just makes them harder to predict. So we would... Oh, no actions, thankfully. From enemies we can predict actions from, at least. Not really, like, enough yellow on the board to be super confident about this one. To be honest with you, tooth play, it does not tickle my fancy. It doesn't tickle my fancy. I see it. It's a one-turn tooth, but the tooth is only 1 damage for us right now. It's not very good. I see a 2-turn bone play. That would give us a bone and 3 tile smashes. That might be where we have to stand right now. And I hope that... I mean, the worst case scenario, tile smashes can give you tooth. But is there a better play? They might be able to give you poop. Do you really want to... Do you want to risk much of this game on a might? It's a lot of questions. I see a potential booger setup. Like if we break this one, for example, this could become a... This will become a booger. And then all we got to do is get this one to break and maybe become a booger again. But I think... But do we really... Like a tooth, where do we even throw it? We just keep one of these guys busy. I think I'm going to fish for brown. It did not work. Now we can take it a step further. It will not work. So where do you go from there? I think you do it that way to set up a yellow turn for next time. I am stunned we were not hit. Stunned but thankful. So please give me the yellow mana. Now, we do probably want to do the +1 damage. 1 turn tooth doesn't look so bad now. 1 turn booger though. Like, okay. Start here. This does not compromise the tooth. So I think you just get one of these guys out of the equation for as long as possible. Destroy tiles and touching. Anything we can do without taking a move makes me very happy right now. And plus, we can avoid status effects now, which is sick, brother. So we got a 1-turn poop. I think that anytime you can set that up, that's a pretty solid play. That's 3 attacks. So we'll just... I mean, you're all going to be killed here, thankfully. I like... Now that I've figured Bumbo the Stout out slightly more, I actually like playing as him a lot. Because it feels harder, which I actually think is a more... Less hurt. Less hurt. Okay. I don't really know, but I feel like it's a more fun way to play the game, honestly. Okay, hold on. It's a lot of work just to make life harder. But we don't want to set up yellow. Like, you know what mean, sort of? Hear me out here. I don't know what I did there, but anyway, all we gotta do is hit this guy once per turn, and he can't stop us. I just had a little brain fart. I've recognized now that really all you have to do is set up a poop to kill this guy. Maybe 2 poops. Depends on your damage on that turn. So this was not necessary, but I do appreciate the move for setup, at least. So, you know, it's going to take 2 turns for this to come to pass. Here's what I think you should do. I think you should set up an incredible tooth play, so that there's nothing he could do, dude. It's not really that incredible, but it's like, it's good enough. That's still only 5. Which I was going to say is only going to be 3 damage. But you could crit. This is a little embarrassing now, and I apologize. We have 1 move left. I mean, again, well, you should really... Okay, this is my mistake. I didn't mean to make the bone. I was doing this to set up a good poop turn for next time. What you should do is set yourself up a good poop setup for the future. So we had two more smashes. Sorry, a little acoustic foam. I promise you, I will be nailing that to the wall this weekend. Okay. Please just let me kill you, because I got you. But I definitely, I will say that at least at the level of difficulty we're playing at right now, I feel like most of the characters in the game are too easy to win with right now. I don't care who knows it. Without an active item, I don't think we really benefit from setting up a yellow ult. But I definitely think we benefit from getting a huge damage boost for this turn, like a Book of Belial sort of setup. Then we'll just throw the poop down. Then, this is doing 5 damage. Might as well hit you. Might as well hit you. 10 damage. Let's go, boys. Might as well hit you. I know we got a poop here, but like that's why I don't want to hit him, because he's not doing anything to me right now. A 4 tooth with 4 damage. I think it will do 5. No, because you start with 1 damage and it does 1. So it should do 4. Okay, that... I mean, obviously it makes sense when you think about it, but... We're going to set up a booger play for next turn. That's going to be the... That's going to be the hot action. Now, booger does not result in retaliation. So we can afford to just let that work its way out if we wanted. Might as well. It just depends on like whether or not I actually like want to attack you, you know what I mean, and all that. I actually think if we could set up a bone play that was not great, to be honest, but we set up a bone play. Then, I mean, obviously it gets a kill. On top of that, though, we get the bone mana to maybe set up another turn as well. I don't know where I want to go with this, though. I kind of just like this, and now we're 1 turn away from poop, which will definitely kill you. So I don't. You don't have to do anything. Well, no, it will still kill you. It would be nice to make the yellow combo first, but it works for me. Ah, no. The poop was necessary, brother. The poop was necessary. You smack him. I didn't know when you smacked him, another cloud came out. I assumed that it was already clouded up. There was nothing he could do, dude. But that's not the case. So the cloud can hit me after death. So we don't want to hit him. We want to make a poop. Cannot make a poop. Cannot make a booger, I think. Can make a tooth, but don't really want to. I still have no idea what avoid status effects actually does at all. So... I'm just going to set up for poop next turn. This guy is not doing anything, which is totally fine by me, but, you know, it wouldn't be the way I would choose to react to this situation, but I'm not an enemy in a video game, so. Okie dokie. Goody. Gain coins equals Gain coins equal to next damage taken. I imagine this will probably never be useful for me. Not because I don't take damage, but because I don't take it that often. So I'm taking that for like 1 coin now and then. Buzz down. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it actually does something useful with Tooth Mana for the first time in a long time. So, I think, if possible, 5-turn Booger is pretty nice. Keeps this guy busy. And gives us some mana that we can use for nefarious purposes. We would like to make Bone or Tooth Mana. Now, Tooth has got a great setup here, but how are we gonna get it, you know? Similarly, Bone is in like the same situation, but I think you might get a little better if you got lucky off that, which we did. So you hit him once. Okay, now we got an incredible Tooth setup. And how many? We get 3? Okay, we're gonna have to settle for the number 5 here, I think. Oh, you screwed me! Still, this gives us Buzz Down, which is worth something. And we can do it 6 times. So, you should just, in this case, make that 4 yellow, I think. You're always going to take the maximum damage off of it. Then you're going to move these down. We only have 1 tooth. We have to do it this way. Okay, but we had a move. We could have set up a better turn. Okay, that is fair. I think we're at maximum spell damage, so we might as well just hit you. And we knew that was going to happen. It didn't take my good spell, though. It didn't take my good spell. Nothing could possibly stop me. We're halfway through the Bumbus run. Okay. It has a 1-turn use. We definitely want double trinket effects for the even better chances of crits. Move or puzzle damage would be a dream come true. That is very nice. That'll make our bones and teeth much more useful by default. Dude, I'm telling you, spell hurt more. Very nice here. Spell costs less. Is actually pretty good on the Booger. We could then use it 3 times anytime we make boogers. I think that's very wise. Even though we didn't get the... With Curio, maybe you could argue we should have played the 3-Skull Monty a little bit more. I don't think it matters, honestly. I think we got good guaranteed advantages instead of rolling the dice, which is kind of a little bit less of a crazy way to play the game, but hey, maybe that's what we need in this mixed up workaday world. So here's the thing. We got a lot of enemies on the screen. I would rather make Big Bone than Big Tooth. I see a Big Tooth play, but I think Big Bone is better, if possible. The thing is, we need, if we're certain, to get, we can't do very much spell damage, is what I'm trying to say. So we have to get bones or teeth. If we could get... No, I don't even... Well, it does allow us to move tiles down. If we make a tooth combo. Like, I hope it's clear, but the reason you don't necessarily want to make a tooth is because tooth does a lot of damage to one specific enemy. I would rather make bone and do, hopefully, a lot of critical hits to a lot of enemies. So I think I'm going to try this bone setup right here. And it's going to suck to start with, or not be very good. But then the smash is where things are supposed to come to pass. And I don't think they're gonna. Are we fishing for poop, or are we fishing for... I think we should fish for booger. Because poop doesn't do that much for us right now. Or we could fish for yellow. You gotta choose one. Yellow would probably be for the best. No, actually, I think Booger would be for the best. Okay, so it is not going to work. That's okay. I've come to terms with it. We can at least set up a poop play for next time. It's actually a bone play as well. But we would love to make yellow first. Like, hear me out here. It's going to make it at the same... No, it's not going to make it at the same time. I think you start here. This is the most I've ever thought ahead in this whole game. Because that allowed us to get the action, which is nice. But then on top of that, it also gave us the mana to allow us to set this up. Now, you never want to save the mana because there's nothing you can do with it to begin with. I'm just going to level with you to make Tooth is very strong because then you can move tiles down. But we can smash one tile and at least protect ourselves. And if we could get to this guy, we could whack him. Then we can smash one more tile. But we can also just move, you know? In fact, we have 2 moves. I'm willing to swing for the fences on this one. Don't screw me. Did not screw me. So we made a 6-tooth, which is way overkill. But it did 18 damage and felt very nice. That still hit the dude up at the top, and I am a fool, but we still have mana there anyway. Now we can move stuff down. Okay, okay. So that'll give us 5 of those. Which is actually 2 of these, because it's just science, sweetheart. You wouldn't understand. And we can destroy tiles again. We could also just move. Like, can't we just, hold on. Just do that? I just got an achievement. What a world. Achievements have been added. We definitely want Tooth, so... Can we just make yellow? We might be able to. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Like, or maybe in this case, it might even be behind myself. I think you want to destroy... No, cancel that. I think you just want to move down. Move down. Move down. That was a total accident. That's going to be unbelievably good for us. And then, you know, your simple 1-tooth setup here. That's 5 damage. So, you know, yeet. And all that. We got 1 move in return. Very simple setup right here. We played a lot of Bumbo the Dead recently. We more or less understand what's going on. 0 damage and he died. Makes perfect sense to me. We need to introduce some fresh pieces into the rotation here. I don't think we're quite at going infinite in every single level status right now, but we got enough tools to, you know, let me just say that our toolbox is brimming. So we need to make Tooth or Bone. Dude, 1 tooth to move tiles is like, it's too strong. It gives us too much control. And we're doing double damage on like most of our shots. Okay. Your next attack will be a critical. Hit front row enemies plus push. The thing is, I know what to use yellow mana for, and because we can't save yellow mana, there's no way I'm going to be using it for anything other than getting 3 damage upgrades. So I think we just had to take something tooth related, because that was the only other option. If I could... You know what? There's a weird play here. It's gonna look really bad, but it's called a setup turn, sweetheart. Look it up. So what are we doing? What are you doing, you fool? Not a fool. Genius. There's 5 poops. Ah! No, it still works. There's 5 poops for you, okay? Now, you move the yellow over all of a sudden. Crushing it. This guy, no chance. See you later. Anybody else? See you later. You. If we crit you, you would have died. Oh, did you die? I don't know. Now. It's where things get just a little spiced. I think we're not going to have much damage if we do this. But there is a 6 bone setup. I knew it. I feel like these guys are all gonna attack. So rather than go for the bone setup, let's just be... This guy is definitely gonna attack. We needed something better, is just what I'm trying to say. So now, if we could get a tooth out of this... Like, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, there has to be a way to get a tooth out of this. Look at how close. Or a bone. Okay, there is a way to get a bone out of it. And then with the bone, which will do 2 damage. Try to... Oh, but he's got a poop in front of him. We should have gone for this guy. This allows you to now smash 3 tiles. Quote unquote, kinda. Don't screw me, please. Presently unscrewed. Now, the tooth is valuable for 1. We gotta try to get out in front of this guy. We need a crit or something, but now we can manipulate the pieces to an absurd degree. So, the dream... I do see hit front row enemies. I don't like it that much because we haven't gotten a damage bonus. What I like instead is we use half of our tooth mana to save us from oblivion. Now this does 3 damage. I actually think we whack this guy twice. Because with 2 actions, he might be able to attack after he pops out. You at least have a poop block in your situation here. And then, actually, sorry, I forgot we had 1 more. So you gotta go. Now it's just you. And we got ourselves out of a pickle here. I think. So, I think you can also, like, the tooth mana is just too good, dude. We could have set up 5 there. That's just a misplay, I'll allow. And then it's over. At this point, there's nothing you could possibly do to stop me. There's 3 damage upgrades. You know, we make a single bone. The bone itself does 5 damage. It'll probably crit for 10. It didn't, whatever. Now I look like a dang liar. Only take puzzle damage. Wearing a funky hat. No respect. Doesn't set up a good tooth play there. So I don't think I like our yellow turn right off the bat. What about this? Here's the thing. I like the fact that... Ooh, it made a bone! That's very valuable for me. Sorry, you only take damage from spells. You're easy for us to kill. You're a little touchier. And then the bone, you send it... Watch it crit and just kill him instantly. I knew it. So there's gotta be a good yellow play here. Probably better than... We can only smash it 3 times, is the thing. So I'm gonna be a coward. Well, no, we shouldn't be a coward. We really should make tooth now. That's the big money. Even at the expense of yellow for the time being. That's beautiful. Making tooth gives us so much board control that you'd have to be a fool not to take them up on it. We got a free move and a free booger out of that, which is, oh my god, we got 2 free moves. So crank on that, and all of a sudden, It's over, brother. We hit the vein. It's done. We still have actions. This will kill you last. I think you curse, maybe? I'm going to guess that that's a cursed hat. I think I'm finally right for the first time ever. There's so many different ways to set this up now. Like, there's 6 tooth right there. What is that, like 9? 9 damage? Yeah, that's enough to one-hit a boss if you crit. So, destroy a row of tiles or reroll the puzzle board. I actually think there are times that maybe you would like to reroll the whole puzzle board. And I think that we just... Every Bumbo run, you just have one spell you don't like that much. And that's where we're at right now. So just be smart here. You fought this boss and screwed up almost every single time that you've played them. I'll tell you, I do not wish to reroll the puzzle board. Yes, we probably have a bigger yellow setup, but... Pardon me. Just getting it is good enough, I think. Now, do we have any one-turn actions? I don't really see them. So you know what? We're going to re-roll it. We have a one-turn poop, but we really need puzzle damage right out of the gate. So we can tooth you. So we'll do it like this. I think the tooth is valuable. First off, it does 5 damage because of our damage bonus, which is very good. Secondly, tooth is probably the most valuable form of mana for manipulation. So you can do 1, you can do 2, you can do 3, and then you can do 1, and then you can do 2. Then you get 3 spells. You gotta have poop down in front. Kill you. This would be an amazing turn for a crit. It worked. You're gonna shoot. Not a problem. We might be done, or we might not be. We have a smack and 1 movement. Well, I think the smart money is that right there, and then passing turn. So you curse the board a little. You can only be hit by puzzle damage. No. Don't be a fool. Start here, because you get the damage bonus. That's way more moves than we would normally expend there, but look at that. Probably the easiest boss fight we've had. We're 3/4 of the way through the Bumbo game. Spells change each room. No! Bones deal +1 damage. Sure. Movement or... Really, movement or luck would probably be best. Puzzle damage is also fine if we don't get yellows, but... Okay. Maybe it's bones do +2 damage now, too. Spell charge less. Very nice, because now we can reroll the puzzle bird. Puzzle bird. We can reroll the puzzle board once per turn, which is actually just unbelievable. I told you, I've learned how to play Bumbo. It took a while, longer than I would like to admit, okay? But we got there. One day, we got there. Do I like the puzzle board? Yes, I will not re-roll this board. Yet. I don't know what any of you are. You're scaring me a little bit. So it should be free bone. And the bone does 6 damage. Sorry, the bone does 12 damage. Smash. Smash. We don't really need the damage, but there's nothing else to do with the yellow mana. Now I'll reroll the board. I don't like it as much anymore. I'm over it. I think we'd love to make Tooth. I think it's even worth using a move. So I want to kill you first. was kind of worried about that. That puts a damper on things. So bone is pretty good here. Poop is good, but we can't make it. I think you could just go for the simple bone play. It does 6 damage. Okay, so you still mana drain me, but at least we got you taken care of. I think there's a rule almost in this game. You just leave the beheaded enemies towards the end. So you should be no problem. We're just going to keep you gummed up. I mean, there's a very nice, like, 6-turn poop play right there. It should probably kill you. 3 damage. 3 damage. I don't know what you did when you die, but here we are. Rerolls any tile? Yes. I hate to lose something for this, to be honest. I think we gotta get rid of Smash a Tile, kinda. This is similar. It just is less guaranteed, but also costs less, which I would consider an okay trade-off when you keep in mind we're forced to lose a spell no matter what. These guys have 8 damage. We could make yellow with this board, but I don't love it. I don't love a 2-turn yellow here. So I think we're going to go for a reroll and hope we get a little bit more blessed, and I'd say pretty much mission accomplished right out of the gate. You have a hat on. I shouldn't have attacked you first. That's my mistake. So we still have a ton of board manipulation. No crit. I can live with it. Now you've got the any tile reroll for 1 bone. Gives you a lot of flips. And there you go. Okay. Still got 2 moves left. And 2 bones left. It's okay. Get another bone going. These are doing 6 damage each. Oh, let's go. Probably we want to ice this guy next chance we get. We'll move this tile down. It's just absurd. We cannot be stopped. 4 tooth. I would love to make 1 more tooth. I don't think it's likely to happen. The board's a little jacked up right now, to be fair. You know, and this is... I don't think it's very good, but it does do something. You mana drain me! That was probably what the hat means. Do I like the board? Yes. Anytime we can make a yellow basically for free, we're going to take them up on that. I can make Booger. Because they're attacking, that's probably wise. We wouldn't necessarily expect to do much better than that on a free play. Probably wouldn't recommend that move in general, but we got to find a way to hit this guy. Now I'll re-roll the board. We really like Tooth, but the problem is we're not getting anything out of it, you know? We're not hitting them, is what I'm trying to say. I think, honestly, this is like, you don't want to pass turn, but you want to set up. There you go. I mean, I guess, no, we don't want to do anything. We just want him to waste his turn and hopefully move. If he, maybe puzzles will hit you, because the spells don't. Puzzle hit? No, okay. Well, this leaves us in a very dangerous situation. Definitely, like, getting the yellow set up is fine. What are we trying to do, though? It's like, I think the dream is you set up for, like, a larger tooth play. But this isn't really it. Without any moves, I'm not going to waste my time re-rolling the puzzle board. Now I'll re-roll the puzzle board. And please, I was hoping we get maybe a little bit more yellow action out of that, but that's okay. This is going to put you in a tight spot. It worked. We're free. I thought we might be stuck there forever. Enemies with a lot of HP on this run, they do not frighten me. Tell you what should frighten them is that play right there. We get our moves back. Maximum damage in but an instant. We have a 2-turn tooth play, which is relatively good, but you could tell from my reroll there, I think it's not so good as to make it so you should stick with the board. So this should be interesting. No, don't be a fool. No, you can't do that either. Okay. Got a little ahead of myself. I apologize. We can make a big poop. We can make a big poop. It's not the greatest play or the greatest showman starring Hugh Jackman, but it should get us 3 kills, which is really good. Might as well go for an enemy we know is gonna... You're gonna take one of my moves. You're gonna drain my mana or something. I know it. We got enough to keep it going here. It's great stuff. 6 damage on you. 12 damage on you. Reroll any tile. Ooh. I think we want to try, like, turning that into a tooth. Beauty. 5 damage. 10 damage. Never mind. This run is too good. Move a tile 1 down. Yeah. We don't really... I mean, to be honest, it could be nice to have it on 2 different kinds of mana, but I think having it on bone is fine, and I like having the ability to flip any tile as well. It hits, I think, a different subset. So we don't have any great yellow play right off the bat, but I'll tell you, against this guy, I think we could live with just one of those. And then, okay, now this is what we wanted, because we're going to be doing a lot of smacking. So, let's start with a whack. You've created an enemy. This will be a great time to do some puzzle damage. Well, no, not really, because puzzles are still, like, worth a lot. I actually think you just, like, just keep hitting, and then you're dead, and you're going to summon this dude. Now, he only takes 1 damage per hit. So this is your bone play. He does get to act twice. Hold on. It's like so close to being a really solid bone play. I don't think it's quite there. I'm gonna go for a full board reroll. Now this. This has me interested. You also cursed me. Don't curse my move, please. You've cursed my move. I think we got to go with a 1 bone. It gives us mana plays. It does a lot for us. It did crit. Did it crit or did it crit? It crit. Like, we could have taken 2 turns to set up a larger play, but really I wanted the bones more for the mana than anything else. So I think I can live with my decision. Now, even if it crits, I don't think you get double damage out of this. I think you would only get 2 damage instead of 1. I am happy to see that, though. We might as well max out. We're not doing anything else with yellow mana. I think at this point it would be foolish to suggest that we're anything but heavy favorites to win. We only have to hit you 1 more time, which can happen through a variety of different outcomes, including this one right here, where we smack you and you're dead. And, I mean, that was just Any Bumbo run under an hour, you look at it and say, we did something positive on this one. I get it. We got 3 achievements. What else do we unlock? Everything is terrible again. The game is harder. Stick unlocked. Prayer card unlocked. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was a good Bumbo episode. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!